Hi, I'm Tom. Welcome to the Carpe DIEM podcast, where I discuss Venice AI. Today's topic is whether DIEM at $190 is an opportunity. Now, the Venice ecosystem now has two thingies: an asset created and destroyed out of an underlying token. The asset is DIEM, and the token is VVV. The asset is range bound, the token is not. This separation of the ecosystem into an asset and token is interesting. The asset provides utility, a bit of thinking time every day. The token provides exposure to Venice's ongoing project. The token is the only way the asset is minted. I did a poll of my normie friends, and the majority of people say that they would value DIEM at $300. And that's my, if I don't think about it too hard, guess as well, $300. But you can buy it right now for $190. That's a large mismatch. A 36% discount from the consensus opinion. I smell a rat. Why is DIEM so cheap right now? Is DIEM a buying opportunity? Is the price of DIEM currently equivalent to seeing Tether on sale for 90 cents? DIEM objectively can be undervalued or overvalued, and in theory it shouldn't crater in price or moon in price. So let's try and answer the question. If the finger in the air consensus is that it's worth $300, why is it so cheap right now? Perhaps there's not enough demand. The ecosystem hasn't matured, and there's no great tools that need DIEM yet. Or perhaps there's too much supply of AI. You can get your AI from many places, and most people won't have heard about Venice yet. Or perhaps the quality isn't good enough. OpenAI for sure have more advanced models and a better app, if all you want is the smartest answer to your questions. Perhaps Venice don't have product market fit. Their MO is privacy, and most people have not yet woken up to why that's important. Some of that may or may not be true, but I'm going to have faith. Venice will execute in time, and any misses now are an opportunity just to buy early while it's cheap, and I believe the gap will close. Are there any other reasons for the low price of DIEM? Yes, firstly, the game hasn't started yet. The legacy payment system for the API is being honoured for another 19 days, i.e. the utility of DIEM isn't activated yet. Existing API users don't need DIEM yet. However, I would say these folks are smart and they will have their continuity plan sorted already and likely will have DIEM they need. So I'm not really expecting a big buy-up of DIEM in 19 days. Any other reasons? Yes, the entire market cap of DIEM is only $6.2 million. DIEM launched with a whisper. A stone was thrown into the pond, and hardly a ripple was created. I had wondered whether DIEM would be a vampire attack on VVV. I was worried any value that DIEM got would come at the expense of VVV. The question ended up being moot. The DIEM market cap is negligible, too small to matter. There isn't enough liquidity yet for DIEM to have found a stable price. Even a small $10,000 buy moves the price of DIEM. This means DIEM can and will be volatile, and DIEM could teleport up to like $300 in a day. Any other reasons? Yes, and this is where it gets a bit spicy. The distribution of DIEM is a bit ugly. There was a bit of a gold rush that occurred on the token generation event 11 days ago. VVV stakers were primed and ready and 100% on the ball at minting DIEM as early as possible. Within a few minutes, a large amount of the DIEM supply target was met. The winners were the ones that got a good mint rate early on. All the folks that got in early are now sitting on a boatload of DIEM. And they will likely hoard it because they know if they burn it, they can never get as favourable mint cost ever again. It doesn't cost them much to hoard DIEM, it has an opportunity cost of 20% VVV yield, and that's all. But the upside of hoarding it is that if they plan to build an AI business in the future, they're going to be sorted for their most fundamental resource, i.e. AI. And two, if DIEM happens to rise in price, they have a liquid asset to sell, unlike their VVV, which is locked up for 7 days to unstake. So there's a lot of folk with unused DIEM, and I bet every time the market changes, some of these folk are asking themselves, should they sell? Every time the cryptosphere makes out like the cycle's over, some folks might be thinking to sell their bags. Every time there's a token that looks juicy, some folks will be looking under the cushions for dry powder and might be thinking their DIEM isn't really doing anything for them. Stablecoins are like dry powder, so DIEM could be like dry powder too. Some traders will be hoping to sell their DIEM to buy something with a view to taking profit to buy back their DIEM position later. So I think that means there's sell pressure on DIEM, and that's suppressing the price. One way to look at this, if you want to be unfavourable, is to view the supply of DIEM as a sort of pre-mined for free by VVV whales. I think the logical market dynamics are screwed for a while, and I'm worried the distribution of DIEM is distorting the fair market value. Consider that if you need one DIEM today, you have a choice of either buying it outright for $190, or you can spend $1,067 to buy VVV and then mint one DIEM yourself. It's a no-brainer to buy it outright for the $190. This is supposed to create buy pressure on DIEM and raise the price, but the fact that so much of the supply is held by the pre-miners means that there's more sellers than buyers. DIEM is not a buy for me. I'm not convinced the downside volatility is over. DIEM tokens need to get distributed from the speculators to the consumers. Then it should be priced more like the utility that it is. But it's early days, very early days. The Venice API as a product is at the start of its adoption curve. We need builders to come, we need an appetite for the Venice API to build, and we need DIEM to be needed. Until adoption happens, the main holders of DIEM are the crypto speculators, and therefore there is bad signal to noise ratio at the moment. I'm playing the long game. I think things will play out nicely. I can see the Venice app getting better and better, and DIEM becoming the payment method within the app, and I can see VV becoming deflationary in time. And for this reason, I have an accumulation strategy to buy $10 of VVV per day, every day. That's all. Go seize the day.